Hey everybody, Jack Loves Painting here with another tutorial in the Just the Tip series, and today we are focusing on the Raven Guard chapter as well as the Iron Hands chapter, because I would basically do the same workup for both of these chapters. You get a 2-for-1 special. And today we're going to start off with our Stynal Res Black Primer. Get all over that model, super easy. You see me prime stuff a million times. Just take your time, don't rush it, it'll be fine. Alright, so for our first color, we're going to be throwing down some Vallejo Game Air Somber Gray. This is kind of a darker gray with a little bit of blue to it, so it's going to be a slightly different black workup than what you've seen me do before with Black Templars, for example. So it's not going to be strictly grays, it's going to have a little bit of a bluish color tint to it, and this is going to end up being a way more matte gray. It's not going to be as kind of a polished black armor like the Black Templars have. So now that we have that done, we're going to go to some dark pale blue from Vallejo Model Color, and being very careful, we're going to do some spot highlights with this because it's much brighter than somber gray. So we're just going to be getting the brightest points of the armor and getting those with a little highlight of that dark pale blue. Tops of the shoulders, knees, toes of the boots, back of the ankles, that kind of thing. Just anywhere you want the highlight to pop out and look cool, that's where we're hitting that. And now that we pretty much have all of those areas highlighted, we're going to switch over to the helmet. So we're doing a Raven Guard helmet. It's going to be kind of a white veteran's helmet, but I'm doing a bit different. So directly over the black primer, we're hitting it with that dark pale blue to get that kind of mid-tone bluish gray look going. And that's going to be the base. And then from there, we're going to go straight to the Stynal Res white primer. And I'm just going to be doing kind of a spot highlight on the helmet. So just kind of top down, getting the top of the helmet, faceplate, that kind of thing, hitting that very lightly with that pure white primer, and it's going to get us a nice kind of cool blue off-white kind of helmet there to go along with the Raven Guard colors. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and do all of our edge highlights with some dark pale blue. Remember, less is more, so I'm just going to be hitting some of the hard edges. I don't want to do any curved surfaces because you don't need to edge highlight those. Edge highlights are for edges, it's kind of in the name. So I'm just going to be hitting some of the prominent hard edges on the armor to pick out those details and go from there. Okay, back to our helmet. I'm going to grab some Steno Res white primer again, just put a few drops of that out on the palette, and we're going to use that as the edge highlight color for our helmet. This edge highlight color is going to be much more vibrant on the edges when we're painting it by hand rather than airbrushing it, which is going to be a lot softer and kind of mute out. So just going to catch some of the prominent hard areas on the helmet there and highlight those with some pure white. Okay, now we're going to get out some scale color black metal, and we're going to do our joints. And in previous videos, I've stated how I tend to prefer black rubber style joints for Loyalist Space Marines. Well, that's just not going to work with black armor. We need our joints to have some color separation for this color scheme. So just like in the Black Templars video, I'm doing metal joints just so that we have that color separation with the black armor, because if we did black on black, you wouldn't notice any of that nice detail and we wouldn't have any color separation. And from here, we're going to grab our go-to scale 75 Necro Gold for our chest eagle, and just going to cut that in really cleanly. This is by far the easiest gold paint I've ever used in my entire life, and I love using it as a base coat for basically every gold color that I use. I highly recommend you pick some of this up because it is just gold on easy mode. Alright, and again we're going to go with the Army Painter wash system. So we've got some quick shade wash, mixing medium, and some dark tone, and we're just going to mix that up and slather it all over this guy. And once we've got him covered in the wash, I'm going to dip my brush in some clean water and use that to kind of clean up and wick away any excess, so that on our big flat surfaces, those airbrush highlights are not going to get stained. I want those to be super clean and very visible to the eye. So like you see me here, I'm just taking some water and cleaning off the tops of the shoulder pads and the backpack and things like that, so that all the details still have wash in them, but the big flat surfaces with our airbrush highlights on there aren't going to get stained up. Alright, here he is, totally done. This is our black armor workup with a little bit of a twist to it. Since we're not using grays, we're using some bluer grays, some of those kind of colors. So again, we started off with some Res black primer with a first color of Vallejo Game Air Somber Gray going into Vallejo Dark Pale Blue. Our joints were scale color black metal, and the chest eagle is our scale color Necro Gold. And then we did the Army Painter wash system again with some dark tone and quick shade wash mixing medium. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and make sure to catch me on Twitch for the live shows. I'll see y'all later.